Hey guys, found a console fanboy to do commentary on, so let's get into it. This one's pretty dumb. Like 3 kilobytes dumb. -3. This intro's really flashy. There's just no point in watching it. Let's just skip it.
Here we go. I've been into console gaming ever since I got my Nintendo 64, back when I was 6 or 7.
Okay.
I'm trying to get into PC gaming, but it just isn't happening.
Care to list what happened? The game's not run right. Just never mind. Just keep going.
Other than Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, that game kicks ass.
Is that supposed to be a joke? Was that supposed to be funny? Well, it wasn't. If it was supposed to be a joke, then...
But for some reason, I just enjoy console gaming far more. Now, I know this is getting into flame war territory, but I'm not trying to piss anyone off.
If you're not trying to piss anybody off, why would you name the video why console is better than PC? Why not name it why I think console is better than PC, or why I like console over PC? By naming it why it's better than PC, or reasons it's better than PC, you're obviously gonna piss people off.
It's simply my opinion, and really, how does my opinion affect whatever gaming device you prefer? Anyway, I came up with 10 reasons why I like console gaming better than PC gaming. Enjoy.
Number 10.
The keyboard isn't meant to game.
They have gaming keyboards. I hope you know that. There's companies like Razer, and I believe it's called Mad Catz. I'm not sure. They make gaming mice and keyboards. So that argument's just dead.
Computers were not made to play games.
Actually, they were. I'll get more into this as the video goes on. I got a lot more to say about it.
We just found ways to make them compatible for gaming. A gaming controller was specifically made for games. Not having to use one hand to push every single button, being able to...
Actually, on the controller, let me grab a controller. On this thing you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Counting the D-pad as a whole button. You have 9 buttons to work with on a controller. On an Xbox controller, at least. That's what I'm looking at. But on this keyboard, you have this, basically the whole... sorry about that. But you got the whole thing to work with. It's just all the way across. Set it to however you like it.
Hold the analog stick to the left and not have to keep lifting up the mouse. It just seems much cleaner.
You don't need to lift up the mouse, just raise your sensitivity. It's not that hard.
And everyone says that a true FPS is played with a mouse and keyboard.
It is.
But I've always found it easier to play with a 360 or PS3 controller.
Then on a PC, I went over this before, I'm pretty sure, but you can plug in a Wii PS3 controller, Xbox. You know, Logitech made like gaming controllers for PC. You can even use a Wiimote. So yeah.
Now I'm positive that's because I've played console games my whole life. But still, I don't see how moving a mouse along a mouse pad can be any more accurate than moving a...
Because it's precise. You can turn down this. I mean, you can turn down the sensitivity on a controller, but not to the degree you can turn down the sensitivity on a mouse. Besides, you don't need a mouse pad. The movable range of an analog stick just basically covers up to the buttons right over here. However, on a mouse, you basically have the whole desk space to work with. So tell me what's going to be more accurate. I really want to see what you have to say about that.
Stick.
Number 9.
Viruses. Now I know
there's antivirus protection software, just so you know.
with things like Steam, you can just re-download the game to your profile if your hard drive gets wiped. But still, it's annoying and something that doesn't happen on consoles.
So, you don't consider the red ring of death to be a virus? What about the yellow light of death? What about those error messages you get when your Blu-ray drive fails? Or when... You get where I'm going with this, but those can be considered viruses.
Rock Yep, this is a whole reason.
Yeah, just keep in mind, he really, really did make Rock Band one of his reasons. Just let that sink in for a moment.
Video game lover and a music lover, I've probably put more hours into this game than any other. With all the DLC that comes out, it never gets old. Call me a fanboy, I know playing Rock Band is considered newbie in the hardcore gaming world, but it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's not on the PC.
Well, for starters, there's Guitar Hero on the PC. Might not be Rock Band, but a lot of people say it's better. Second of all, Rock Band can easily be emulated on a PC. So basically, yeah, you can get it Rock Band on a PC if you just emulate it.
Probably because people could find a way to torrent all the DLC. Which leads me to number 7. Torrents. Honestly, I don't even know why some developers even bother with the PC anymore.
So they can maximize the potential?
People can just download it for free. Has there ever been a single game that has been released both on a console and the PC? Or the PC version sold more?
Yes. I have to stop you there. You're acting like there's torrents just everywhere. For starters, you actually have to look for torrents. And if you're not careful, you can basically get a virus. If you're not careful about picking the right one. Torrents aren't just sitting everywhere. You actually have to look for them.
Well, probably, but definitely not a lot. Number 6. Playing on the TV is a better experience.
Oh god. Typical. Just really typical argument out of a console fanboy. First of all, images look the same because of the distance. Okay, the images will be the same size because if you're sitting on a couch from a TV, it looks the same from looking at a smaller screen from your desk. The images look the same because of the distance. Second of all, you can use TV for your monitor. We can do this with DVI or HDMI. It's not that hard.
Especially on big HD TVs, there are really no comparison to playing on a computer screen, unless you have a really nice screen. However, I will give the computer screen one thing: it makes scary games even scarier, because you are so close to the screen. I remember when I played Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2? You trying to call Half-Life 2 scary? Half-Life 2 is not scary.
On 360,
just no.
It was scary, but
no.
It wasn't jump out of your seat scary.
No, it's not.
When I tried just the demo on PC, it was jump out of your seat,
no, it's not.
Piss and shit your pants scary.
How?
Anytime one of those stupid head crabs.
Head crabs are pretty creepy, but the game is not scary. Just no.
Just jumped at the screen.
It's not.
There was a brief second where I thought I was about to die. But other than being less scary, TVs are better than computer screens. Number 5. PC gamers can...
You should make this video. Wow. You're the one who made this video with invalid points. Second of all, there are plenty of people who are console gamers being exactly what you're making in this argument. Need I say StormSync, 3KB, you, Review Tech USA, the list goes on and on.
You whiny little fallopian tubes. Whenever I hear the term PC gamer, I always think of a bunch of stuck-up, whiny bitches thinking they're better than everyone else. Boycotting Left 4 Dead 2? Are you shitting me? Why? Because it came out a year after the first one?
Well, yeah. See, that's not enough to actually have fun with the game. A year, you get to play it, but we actually want to have fun with it. Then the next one's come out a year with the same exact engine, little to no changes. It's basically a DLC, so of course we're gonna boycott it. I mean, no one wants to play it like a year after it came out, with no changes whatsoever.
Put a tampon in and shut the fuck up. It's a sequel. That's what happens with games. They get sequels. Not to mention the game was a huge upgrade over the first, except
how?
For the fact that you can no longer play as Bill. Now I'm sure most PC gamers aren't like this, but once again, it's a classic case of a few people ruining it for everyone. Number 4. Macs are better than PCs.
Whoa, no, just no. Don't even go there. Just no. Just no.
Now, I imagine this is going to piss a lot of people off, but as someone who makes...
Well, this is an argument about gaming. I mean, what does Macs have to do with gaming, first of all? This argument is coming out of nowhere. So somehow, according to you, Macs being better than PCs somehow contributes to making consoles better than PCs. Oh, you fail with that logic.
Edits movies like this, it makes music and stuff. Macs are just far more useful to me.
I hope you know that you can run a modified version of the Mac operating system on a PC.
Not to mention they can run PCs inside of them. So basically the only thing they can't do that PCs can is play games. But if I already have a computer, why would I get another one to play games?
Well, there you go. See, a Mac costs like what? Like 1,000, maybe up to 3,000. That's enough to get you a really good gaming PC. So the irony in this is that you say PCs are expensive, but you're willing to drop up to $3,000 for a Mac. Hypocrisy.
Especially when it's more expensive than a console. Local multiplayer. This is
What?
huge for me. Games like Left 4 Dead 2, where everyone says they're better on PC, don't have this. Playing with your
Okay. Alright, I'll give you that. They don't have it.
friends always makes games more fun. Okay, random tangent. Everyone who says Halo 3 is overrated,
It is.
I highly disagree with you. Why? Because it is something no other game I can think of has. 4-player split screen on.
This argument's pretty pointless, so I already agree anyway, so let's just keep on going.
But that's about it. It seems asking, why can't Call of Duty have an unranked multiplayer option where we can have guests? If that ever happened, Halo 3 would become obsolete. But until then, I'm still playing it. Okay, back to the point. Split screen multiplayer makes games fun, PCs don't have it, consoles do. Not having to worry about specifications and requirements.
Like I said in my 3 kilobytes video, you shouldn't have to worry about that if you have a decent build. Which according to you, in your case, you'd be willing to spend that much on a Mac, but not a decent build. You don't have to worry about specifications if you have a good build.
Hey, you want to buy Modern Warfare 2 on a PC? Yeah? Okay, well first you have to answer yes to all these questions. Do you have an Intel Pentium 4 3.2 GHz processor, at least 1 gig of RAM, 256 megabyte NVIDIA?
Whoa. Did he just pronounce NVIDIA? Did he just really spell it out? He cannot pronounce NVIDIA. Ugh, that sums up his video pretty well, doesn't it, guys?
4600 GT, whatever the fuck that is. 12 gigs of free hard drive space, and Microsoft DirectX 9. So, you still want Modern Warfare 2 on the PC?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. Okay. You want to buy Modern Warfare 2 on a 360 or PS3? Yeah. You have a 360 or PS3? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Price and constant upgrading. The fact that you can buy a brand new PC today and have it not be able to play some current games is baffling to me. I can buy a 360 that was released in 2005
And have it run games that are really dumbed down compared to what they're supposed to be.
and it'll be able to play games that will be released for it in 2013. Not to mention it's far less money. You can get a 360 for like $200 these days, and you never have to worry about graphics card upgraders or any of that shit.
Okay, this is basically the same argument as the last, so
You get the game.
I guess that's it. Little kid didn't do his research, made a video about it, got a ton of dislikes, and that's it.